For years, she thought the world was against her, the people, the luck, the timing. But that morning, staring at her own reflection, she realized something much harder to face. It wasn't the world that had been holding her back. It was her. Here's a story about the moment she finally stopped fighting the wrong enemy. Her name was Layla, 32, a quiet woman who carried herself like someone walking through a storm, always tense, always ready to defend. She worked at a small marketing firm, the kind where coffee cups stacked higher than paychecks. To everyone else, she was competent, reliable, even a little intimidating. But inside, she was tired, not from the work itself, but from constantly feeling like she wasn't doing enough, being enough, winning enough. Every small failure felt like proof that life was unfair. Every success felt like luck she didn't deserve. If a coworker got promoted, she'd smile politely but think, of course they did. They always get what I don't. If her presentation wasn't perfect, she'd replay it in her mind for days, convincing herself she wasn't good enough. No one saw it. She hid it well, under sarcasm, under control, under a perfect to-do list. But it was there, quietly poisoning every part of her life. The breaking point came one Tuesday morning. She was running late, as usual. Missed her bus, spilled coffee on her shirt, and arrived just in time to watch her manager hand over the new project, the one she'd been dreaming of, to someone else. "Sorry, Layla," he said. "I just thought Ethan seemed more confident with the client." That word, confident. It echoed in her chest like a cruel joke. She went to the bathroom, locked herself in a stall, and just sat there, not crying, just silent. There's a kind of quiet that doesn't comfort you. It exposes you. She looked at herself in the mirror after a while, her makeup smudged, her shoulders slumped, and whispered under her breath, "Why does this always happen to me?" And then, for the first time, she caught the smallest flicker of an answer in her own reflection. Maybe it didn't just happen. Maybe she was the one who'd been standing in her own way, too afraid to speak up, too focused on being perfect, too convinced she'd fail before she even tried. The thought stung, because it meant she couldn't blame anyone else anymore. That night, she didn't scroll through her phone like usual. She sat at her kitchen table with a blank notebook and wrote down every moment she could remember where she doubted herself. Every maybe next time. Every I'm not ready. Every they're better than me. By the end of the list, her hand was shaking. It wasn't the world. It was her voice inside. The one that had whispered for years, "Don't risk it. Don't shine too bright. Don't expect too much." The next day, something small shifted. When her boss asked who wanted to lead the new presentation, she didn't look away. Her heart pounded, but she raised her hand. It wasn't confidence. It was defiance. Against that voice that had kept her small for too long. She stumbled through the first few slides. Her palms were sweating, her voice cracked once. But no one laughed, and when she finished, her manager said quietly, "That's the most real I've seen you in months." It wasn't a movie moment. The office didn't clap. No magical music played. But for the first time in her life, Layla felt something better than applause. Relief. Because she realized she didn't need to wait for life to stop being hard. She just needed to stop being her own obstacle. Over the next few weeks, she caught herself every time the old voice tried to speak. When she thought, "You're not good enough," she answered, Maybe not yet, but I'm learning. When she felt jealous of others' success, she reminded herself, they're not my competition. My old self is. It wasn't easy. Growth never is. But slowly, she started showing up differently. She smiled more. She volunteered more. She forgave herself more. And one morning, months later, she walked past that same bathroom mirror, the one where everything had begun, and realized she didn't flinch anymore. She didn't hate the person looking back. She didn't pity her. She finally saw her, a woman who had spent years at war with herself, and finally chose peace. In the end, she didn't conquer the world. She just stopped fighting herself, and that changed everything.